award recognition.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. I'm just going to hide that. All right. Welcome everyone to our June team meeting. All right, Randy, I'll just let you start with recognition.
Okay. I didn't print it out. I thought I would just say it and, for the team. So the Petrie personal team, over 1,000 was Terry. I can't say her last name. I don't know. I can spell it a million times, but I can't say it all. So 2,370. HEILIGENSTADT. Heigelstadt. I say it wrong. Okay. So 2,370. So congratulations, Terry. You got level 2 of the free fall products. So that'll be some cover product, probably the mini catalog, because I'm real excited that now everybody who didn't do it in May, in June, it's actually saying that it's going to be the catalog cover at level 2. So you haven't missed out, everybody. And then for our recruiter, Lisa Marie Berthel had 2 past consultants come back. So she reached out. So this is a perfect time, especially with the coffee maker and everything. I mean, there's such good deals. So Terry Coleman and Olivia Rayo came back for her, and then Kathleen Knutson came back with me. So congratulations on that. For the director team, number 1, Director Amy Johnson with 16,171 from 29 shows and 32 bookings. Her top show was 1,376. So she had one over $1,000 show, but had 16,000 in sales. And I want to tell you guys, Amy does the same. She does the
same script.
I mean, same script for
the
6
same
months.
Outline.
She does not change it. So she has one for summer, and then she does one at winter, and everybody gets the same thing, and she does phenomenally well. That's like 5 a week, and probably has her weekends off. And then, I mean, because she does such a volume, she started hiring a young girl to help her do some of the posts and things like that. And then she does any of the talking with people, the personal, which is, I was reading something real fast from a bunch of directors that have people, and they're saying that we have to reach out if we have an assistant, if you happen to have one, that we have to do the personal stuff again, because it's us. They're representing us, but we are it, so we need to be the one. So number 2 was Senior Director Karen Batty with 5,686 from only 3 shows, 1 booking, and 2 personal recruits, Eileen Sergi and Diane Conti. So that was pretty cool. And she had $2,000 shows. She had our top show of 3,174 as a catalog and 1,066. And then number 3 was Director Tara Medeiros with 5,420, and she had 4 shows that were over 1,000. Her top one being 1,713, 1,254. Her 1 live show was 1,161 and 1,130. The other ones were catalog shows, unless you have something else you want to
The fundraiser wasn't in person.
Okay. So you had 2 kitchen shows and 7 catalogs with 2 bookings. Is that what?
Sounds about right.
Okay. Very good. And then just real quick, I want to say that Advanced Director Sue Moulton, Advanced Director Kathy Delphonse, and Director Melissa Lane are going to be in Boston this weekend for their 3-day all expense trip from Pampered Chef that they earned last year. So very cool. Okay.
All right. So what's happening in June? There is lots happening. We have double host rewards, which, if you have customers who look forward to this every 6 months, now is the time to reach out to them.
Yes.
There's also a handful of summer favorites, including the coffee maker and the coffee maker bundle set at 60% off as a host with a qualifying party of $200 or more.
Awesome.
they've updated the table outlines to feature the summer products.
And what are they
And then,
calling that? I forgot.
huh? Fuel
What are
Your
they
Summer.
calling it?
They're calling it Fuel Your Summer.
Okay.
Yeah. And then another way to book is with the secret menu, which I'll go into details on that in a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
Selling products, obviously, we have the new summer products that are out. The Savor, oh, they changed it. Instead of spring into summer, they changed it to Savor Your Summer with the 4
Mhm.
bundles. Those were such a hot commodity for me in May. I'm so excited that they continued to run that promotion this month, because I'm telling you, I've sold the on-the-go bundle, the quick stir pitcher bundle, and the small cool and serve bundle. I've sold a ton. Actually, I think I sold more on the more of the small cool and serve bundles than any of the others.
Okay.
But again, if you're showing it in different ways you can use that,
Right.
that's how you're gonna get sales.
Mhm.
The guest specials, when you spend 90 or more, you're gonna either receive the kernel cutter or the corn butterer for free. When you spend 120, you're gonna get your choice of either the corn butterer or the kernel cutter, and the burger press for free, and then obviously free shipping over 150.
Mhm.
And then the coffee syrups have been added as a bundle for the summer months while supplies last.
Cool.
And then we have obviously the recruiting promo, the specials going on, earning the coffee maker bundle as a success bonus, successful rewards bonus. All the kits are going to receive the cup slicer, and then obviously the kits themselves.
Yeah.
All right, what's in it for us? Second month of free for all.
Yeah.
This month we actually have 4 levels, and you definitely want to hit level 2, because like Randy said, that is the cover photo for the
Yeah, I'm
catalog.
excited that we didn't miss it yet.
Yeah. We're approaching the halfway mark for Cooking Up Magic, the Disney incentive trip. And as of Saturday, June 1st, we kicked off the new Excellence Awards earning period. So we all are starting at 0 and working towards earning excellence for the coming year.
Disney.
I'm not missing that this year, Randy.
Well, you're working it, so you've got points already banked. Good.
Yeah, the success rewards are always available. And obviously the more you sell, the more you earn. And even more when you build your teams. So all of this info is on Consultants Corner. Do you want to talk about this one?
The Let's Get Cooking Challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, I have not done this, so if you
I really have.
done it.
I'll post a couple things here and there, but I haven't been
Right. I mean, years ago,
consistent with
we
it.
talked about what it would do for because now the kids are out of school, like when,
Mhm.
so don't you want to work a little bit more so you can go take them to the skating rink, to the
Yeah.
pool, thing. So we used to plan for that because that helped let us have a fun summer with the kids.
Mhm.
So when my kids were little, that's what the extras were about. And years ago, I mean, they both in sports all the time and travel sports. So there were nights I couldn't go to their game, but for most part, I was there and I was always home after school. So this definitely afforded me, a way better than if I had a full-time job.
Well, the other thing too is I like about this is that where we are now on social media and everything, a lot of our business is done via our phones.
Mm-hmm.
You can take your business wherever you have to go. Like if you're if you have an appointment or you're at a your kid's softball game or whatever, you can still work your business right from your
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, and I used to bring a little, like a folder thing
Yeah,
full of stuff, and always have a catalog sitting out, so then if anybody noticed, they had a catalog, and so it was almost intentional too.
right. I mean,
Yeah,
for me, and like I posted, I don't know if you saw it, but I posted on my thank you the other day.
yeah,
I was working from the Bruins games, from the playoffs.
right,
I was sitting there in my seat in between periods, responding to customer messages
right,
and party posts and everything else. So, I mean,
yeah,
that's the beauty of this business now is that if you're
right.
doing virtual, you can work from wherever.
I mean, really think about it. If you get a part-time job for like summer, you're gonna have to work 3 or 4 days of the week or nights.
Hmm.
Where with this, you don't have to. It could be an hour or two and then you're done.
Yep.
It's not all day. So it's huge. I mean, especially like they used to say for teachers, you
Hmm.
know, yeah.
But then the
So
other thing too, the other nice thing too is if you get the kids involved by helping that, like having them help you label catalogs and stuff like that, and
they
make it a family
definitely,
effort, a family affair. And I have my mother help me, when I'm under the gun and I'm getting ready for an in-home party or whatever. I'm like, hey, can you
right,
label some catalogs for me?
right. Yeah.
Keep her mind occupied for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll go over some performance info here.
3,100 new consultants joined in May, and I'm sure it was because of that cold brew. I mean,
Hmm.
that was such a great deal if you just signed up and bought a launch kit. You had to buy a launch kit, but your cheapest was $50.
Hmm.
So, I mean, a lot of people took advantage of that. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you offer matters. I mean, they were talking about how do you ask for a booking, and they had like a picture of like, somebody looking like they had some girl who had, is that the next slide talking about how she worded it? No.
No.
Okay. Okay. They had like, Mary's Pampered Chef Party, like as the heading. And then they had like sizzle your cooking, kitchen or whatever. I mean, it was so much better wording. So it's how you're asking for a booking and what you're putting out there. And like I was just thinking today, I mean, I got a booking from an ex-consultant. She saw the coffee maker. And she's like, wait, I only have to have a $200 show and I can get this for 60% off. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay. And then she thought, oh, I should just sign up again. She goes, I'm moving back to Massachusetts and I used to do a heck of a business there. So she's going to start with the catalog show. But
Hmm.
it's how you're asking. I mean, are you going back to previous people? Have you, you know,
You want
like
to
your
be
former,
genuine. You want to be authentic. You just don't want to be like, oh, hey, I'm looking for, I have no parties on the books this month. Would you be on, you don't want to
right.
ask, like, you don't want to sound desperate.
Well, and you wouldn't want to do it, would you? Well, you're already telling them, no, you really don't want to do it. So yeah,
No.
it is how you ask. But are you going to anybody like, I mean, I'm fueled up about this goofy coffee maker and I don't drink coffee. So I'm thinking now, oh my gosh, how many people would host a show to get this coffee maker? If
Hmm.
you drive through every day, my daughter and her friends, I got her one, I mean, but how many people go through the coffee line every day? So think of all those people and offer them
I mean,
$200 in
Starbucks is
sales.
$5 or $6 a coffee.
Right.
Like if you get the fancy brew coffees,
Which they're, I
the
mean, they are,
lattes and
it's
everything else.
easily
Yeah.
that.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you could totally work it, and
Right. They
again,
were saying
it's
like,
all in the wording.
right. Um, so here's some of the people that you should be reaching out to. People who've been waiting for it to come out. People who love coffee. Someone who's always looking to save money. Somebody getting married. That'd be a great gift.
Hmm.
If somebody hosted a $200 show and got it for them. Somebody who moved into a new home. Anybody who owns any one of our small appliances because they trust the brand. So there's all those reports you can go back to, for who owns the small bundles, small
Hmm.
appliances. And then host coaching is huge again. I think we got away from host coaching. And you really need to talk them up, and especially like Tara doing the live shows, because that's where it's at right now. I mean, your sales are huge when you do the live,
Yeah.
but it's getting the people there. Even if they're doing an online show or, virtual show, it's reaching out to people. And not everybody is on Facebook. So, I mean, table works out for that part of it, that people are not wanting to be on social media.
Mm-mm.
So then table ties into that.
And then you
relevant
obviously want to have
content.
relevant content. You don't want to just post, oh, you need to have this. Well, why do they need to have it?
Right.
What are the
Big
features?
time.
What are the benefits to having this
Right.
product? Why do you need the coffee maker, or why do you
Right.
need the cool and serve tray?
Yeah. And that's, I mean, that's knowing your product, which was key back years ago. I mean, we knew our products. I mean, that
Yeah,
was huge. And you knew even the warranty and everything about it. So, I mean, on Dash, there's all those product trainings,
exactly. I
or
see
get a
too many
product or two and
consultants
start using.
nowadays just going and just asking, oh, what's the warranty on this? Or, like asking just random questions about products. And it's like, well, go to Dash, do your training, like
Or open up a catalog and look. I mean,
that's the other thing too. Yeah. That's
yeah,
the other thing. That's the big thing.
yeah. And then being authentic. I mean, like, so I'm not a coffee person. So like I was like, Tara, you have to talk about coffee, because I don't drink it. I don't make it. That I bought my daughter it, and she hasn't opened it yet because she broke her hand. So, you know, so I mean, it really makes, when you are authentic and you love the product, and even if you don't like a product, we used to actually, if I was at a show and I didn't like some, I would say, I don't really use this. And then, especially at our meetings, we always did it.
Mhm.
And we would say, oh, no, I don't like that. And then somebody would go, oh my gosh, how do you not like that? It's blah, 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 blah. So when I heard a different version of it, it helped me look at it differently. So it's just, it's what you have in your mind that you think is the only way, and it's
I
not.
mean, like for me, Randy, honestly, I'll tell my customers when they ask me about the food shopper, I'm brutally honest with them. I'm like, I don't use it anymore. I use my manual food processor to cut everything up,
Because
because I
it's
can
more
chop
product
more
for
in
one.
I can chop more in the same amount of time. And
And you
I
can
can
add a
chop more in
different
less time,
product with
really.
it. Yeah,
Huh?
you can add in another product. I mean, another food.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like I wasn't keen on the quick slice at first. I
yeah.
love that thing now.
I'm still not sold on it. So yeah,
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 but again, like if you show it and
right,
you're showing, you can put like 4 or 5 strawberries on it and just cut it in one fell swoop, compared
right.
to the egg slicer, or even do the egg slice, the eggs on the quick slice, and show how quickly and easy it is to cut it, compared to
Yeah,
the egg slicer plus, where you have
right.
the wire, um
Yeah. So you
and
really
it
need to have the
yeah.
products kind of to talk about them. I mean, you really can't just hand somebody a catalog or give them a link and say, oh, like, I mean, if they buy something from me, then I go to marketing imagery, and when in their thank you note, I put a couple videos about
Mhm.
like the stoneware 101 or whatever they're buying. So I give some service with it. I don't just sell it to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Table updates for us. The new party theme, Fuel Your Summer Party, is out there. The June add-on outline as well. And then there's a new delete topic feature available, where you can delete up to 5, I believe it was 5 topics at one time, or I think it's 5 topics in multiple parties at one time. I think that's what it was.
Which people liked being able to get rid of the month before and just not have all this on their,
Yeah.
save. Yeah.
So those are a couple new updates to table.
And I mean, if you looked at it, that's the big thing,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have hosts, past hosts who have the account credit of $50 from your 3-party bookings. Home office has recently sent out emails to all consultants reminding you that your past host has this credit. And just to remind, it's a good way to reach out to your past host and remind them that they have it, because if you're not talking about it during your shows and you get 3 bookings, the host isn't going to know.
Right.
You get
She won't
the email,
remember.
but I mean, like for me, I get hundreds of emails a day. So I sometimes miss emails. So
So you actually got the email, you got CC'd on your customer's email?
I got the original email saying, like the customer, the original host, received her $50 kick credit and it was getting deposited into her account. I reached out to her immediately to let her know, and she thanked me for that. But then I also got this email the other day, reminding me that, she had the $50 credit, but my host already used her credit. So I don't know why there's definitely a glitch in the email system, because
Okay.
my host used it because her order only came to like $40 and she had well over $40 in her basket when she ordered like back in April.
Okay. But I
So
think this is nice that they're reaching out to people who have,
exactly. They're just
because
trying to
like you
keep,
said, I would
but
have
like with
forgot
this
who's
email,
got it.
Randy, they also said that it's trying to help us generate more sales, because where
Right.
sales were down in May, they're trying their best to send out these emails to remind past customers that they have this credit and to help boost your sales.
That's good. Yeah. And those are your past hosts, so those are
Mhm.
good.
So
Good
not
people
only
to
do they
reach.
have the $50 credit, but then they'll get 10% off their order,
Yeah.
you
Good.
know?
Well, and if they like this coffee bundle, I mean, they can put it towards that and
Yeah,
it's even all the better. So,
exactly. All right. Obviously I'm thinking everyone needs bookings.
yeah.
So here's some ways to establish the need. Um, Grocery and gas prices are continuing to go up. People don't want to cook or don't know how to cook. Are you trying to save money by eating in? Is your kitchen ready for all that cooking? I know I have a customer who had to have her kitchen completely and totally redone. And we had talked about possibly doing a party for her once her kitchen was redone, so she can, get all brand new products. Um, so I have that one on the back burner. And then obviously booking a Paper Chef party can help you get your kitchen ready to cook more at home so you can save money.
Well, and I mean, it didn't even make me think about it, but they were saying that people are considering fast food a luxury.
I
That, I
don't
mean,
see
they
where it
are
is.
cooking at home because it's 50, $70 to go get a burger.
Well, I know,
So
like when I go out to dinner with my boyfriend, it's crazy, and we're not
ridiculous.
getting a whole ton of food, and the
No,
bill's almost $100 some days.
right,
It's
right.
like, wait a
And can
minute,
you
what did we
imagine if
just
you had
like? And
kids?
I'm starting to analyze the bill. I'm like, what the hell did we order?
Right. Well, and can you imagine adding 3, 4 kids onto that?
Exactly. I mean,
You know, so
I know what I spend when I go to hockey games. It's
yeah, oh,
ridiculous.
yeah, yeah,
16 bucks for a slice of pizza.
yeah.
And
Well,
I see
so
people walking around with little kids, and I'm just like,
oh,
how are you affording this?
well, that's what my husband said. To go to a game costs you $500 or something
Hmm.
crazy, you know? But I mean, so play this up. Like during COVID, I mean, people had to cook at home. And we actually sold the most products we ever sold during COVID because people bought because they were home and they were going to cook. So this is kind of like the same thing.
Hmm.
We need to talk that up, like how, I mean, it is ridiculous to go out, you know. And I mean, there was a real cute, there's a dad on one of the virtual things that I watch, and the kid will come home and say, Dad, I want some French fries and this certain sauce, you know. And he
Yeah.
goes, "You take care of that." So he runs in the kitchen and he had our garnisher and he cut up some watermelon, and then he made a little thing with Jello and like Cool Whip, and so that was his dipping sauce. And
Hmm.
he's going, Dad, this is actually better than if we went out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was just really cute that, yes, we can make it. We have the tools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
It's cute.
Fueling the summer with the new products. Obviously, the coffee maker is available for hosts only in June. It will be available to all customers for regular purchase starting July 1st. But we have the cold brew pitcher that's out now. You could always do a comparison. Are you a hot coffee drinker or a cold coffee drinker? Like an iced coffee drinker,
Yeah.
and get people interacting that way. That's a great, do you prefer hot coffee or iced coffee?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great way to interact with your customers. And then that way, when you find out what they're interested in, then you can reach back out to them privately and let them know that we have you heard about the new cold brew coffee maker that we have?
Yeah.
And talk it up and try to get a sale or try to get a booking from it.
Yeah. And I mean, with the deluxe coffee machine, we made a cold drink. Like the one night at our meeting in Arizona, I mean, we all had a different drink and one did an iced. So,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Well, then you can't do ice with that one. That's hot. I mean,
Well,
you could make a hot and then put ice in it,
okay,
ice in
that's
it.
what she must have done. She loved it. I mean,
Yeah.
said it was better than going through the drive-through. Yeah.
All right. And then obviously the summer products, the cold brew pitcher, the frappe drink mixes, and then the cold brew coffee pouches. I'm not
Mhm.
sold on the cold brew coffee pouches. I just think that's a lot of money for 3 packs. I'd rather buy a full pound of coffee
Yeah.
and use that in there. Um, but again, that's just me.
Yeah. Well,
Um, I'll do cold brew tea in it. Because I do love, cold brew teas and everything else.
so
Um,
when you do a tea, what do you do for that then?
so what you're gonna do is you're gonna do it the same way. You're gonna put your tea bags in there,
Okay.
and then you're gonna put your hot water, and then
Okay.
you're just gonna let it sit, and then you're gonna,
Okay.
um, and then after like 24 hours, you take your tea out.
Okay.
And there are some recipes on Facebook. I mean, not on Facebook, on Consultants Corner. There was like a green tea. It was like a peach green tea, I think it
Mhm.
was,
Okay.
that I had seen that sounded really good. Um, So I'm going to go back and look at those, and talk about them.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean, yeah.
the gourmet syrups that is available as a bundle now for the summer months while supplies last. So customers can get all 3 in a set while supplies last instead of buying them individually if they wanted to try
So
all 3 of
when
them.
you're adding it to a cake mix or something, how much do you put in it?
I eyeball it like a tablespoon.
That's all, and it makes a
I don't do
difference.
a whole lot. I just do enough to, I don't
Give it a
measure
little
it. Let's
flavor.
just put it that way, Randy. I don't measure
Yeah.
it.
Well, I know,
I
but
use
that's
it in my
okay.
coffee. So what I'll do is I'll use it as in my froth, like for my froth. I'll just like eyeball it, throw a tablespoon or so in there with my milk, and then I'll froth it
Okay.
just to give it some flavor, just to give it the milk, froth some flavoring.
Okay. So, I mean, for the June coffee maker this month, I mean, I'm thinking we have to post, about the coffee maker. I mean, it's huge. I mean, like I
Hmm.
said, there's so many people, but do videos. Like I was thinking, I mean, it'd be kind of cute if, I mean, I could see Leslie with her little daughter, and Leslie pulls up in the driveway and she's got a cup of coffee, like she's acting like she's a Starbucks, you know. I mean, I just think we have to get creative about, instead of you're driving through, you're getting it at
Your
home.
drive through, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
I
you could
mean,
always get like the Starbucks, tumblers and stuff like that. But then show making your own homemade iced coffee or your own
right. And
homemade,
it's so much cheaper. Yeah.
it's so much cheaper.
Yeah.
Which leads me into the secret menu.
Right.
This is something that they're using, the home office wants us to use this as a booking tool, or a selling tool. So you don't want to post the menu of recipes on your Facebook page. What you want to do is you either want to send it via text or a Facebook Messenger. And, you want to build that personal connection. So with that, I'm going to, let me see if I can stop my screen share for a second and go
'Cause
to
there's
my,
all kinds of coffees, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go to marketing imagery here. Well, I'll show what I did for my post. So what I just did is I did something like this. Where are all my coffee lovers at? And I used emojis and everything else. I have a secret for you all. Pampered Chef just released some amazing coffee drink recipes for the summer months. Text me, here's my number, with summer coffee, and I'll send you the recipe sheet for them. Let me know which one sounds like your favorite. So if we go to Consultants Corner now, and we go to marketing imagery, and I believe is it under featured this month? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so there should be here's the secret menu post, the teaser post right here. And it shows you a bunch of different drinks. But then what you will do is you would then send them this secret coffee menu.
But only if they've asked you about
Only if they've asked you for it. Exactly.
Okay. You're not posting it and putting it out there just.
I'm not posting it at all, no. If someone messages me for it, then I'll send it to them. But
Or, I mean,
not.
could you do like take one of the pictures and you tried it and you're like, oh my gosh.
Well,
like
that's
we
what
have
I'm
this
that's what I'm
secret.
gonna do.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
did buy some stuff the other day at the store, and I'm gonna try one of the drinks. All right, I
Yeah.
don't know why this doesn't want to open up here.
Okay.
You know what?
It's
Here we
pretty
go.
big. I mean,
It is a big
yeah.
file. So, I mean, here's the secret. So there's like a Java shake, a Java chip milkshake, Java chip, coffee boost, birthday cake milkshake, blueberry cobbler frap, the s'mores latte, the vanilla cream martini. So some of these actually do have alcohol in them. This one has vanilla vodka and Irish cream liqueur. The chocolate covered strawberry iced latte. That sounds amazing. I definitely want to try that one. But here's the refreshing peach ginger green tea that I was telling you about, Randy.
Okay. Yeah.
So, place the infuser in the cold brew pitcher, add 5 bags of green tea or 5 teaspoons of loose leaf tea. Add 5 cups of whole hot water and then steep for 5 minutes, or to the desired strength,
Right.
and then add in 2 cups of frozen peaches, replace the lid and refrigerate overnight. That sounds amazing.
It does.
And then they have the spiked affogato, and then the Java chip mousse. There's almond latte overnight oats, the cold brew Quixicles. Okay, so now we're shifting gears into summer. So with this, we have the Quixicle maker. So you're gonna kind of do both. You're gonna have your cold brew coffee, and then you can upsell it with the Quixicle maker and do coffee, cold brew popsicles. I mean, and you're all right. So then you've got the cold brew coffee, you've got the gourmet brown sugar syrup, and the Quixicle maker. You can't get any better than that.
Yeah.
And here's some of the products, that they're using. Use the whipped cream maker for some of these toppings and stuff like that. So
And on my page, I did post, there's a coffee maker group. So
yes,
I put
there
in
is.
our Facebook team page because that's got a lot of information from a bunch of directors and people who have the machine. Because like I don't, so like a couple new consultants not new consultants, but they bought the new coffee maker, and a couple were concerned because of the sound, thought it was too loud. But then like she Tara's got it, so she told them.
Yeah, so here, I mean, here's some of the, you go to the recipes, there's some new recipes in here. There's an
Mhm.
Arnold Palmer tea, cold brew simple syrups. So
Cool.
like right when you go to it, there's different variations of simple syrups. There's a vanilla, almond, mocha,
Cool.
super easy, super quick to make. Um, the coffee break trifle. So like they're starting the whole landing page off with all these drinks,
And
which
what's
is
that
which is
under?
great. Huh?
What's that under?
Just under featured recipes.
Okay.
All I did was go to the recipe page.
Okay.
And these are the first ones that are coming up.
Cool.
So there's that.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go back here. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so we talked about this. Obviously, let's get back to the free-for-all now. This is the last month to submit and earn for the fall products. We definitely want to earn level 2 because that will be the cover photo of the catalog.
Mhm.
But getting back to the coffee maker, Randy, honestly, I don't even pay attention to the noise on it anymore.
Yeah.
I've used it for so long now since I've gotten it that I'm always doing 5 other things at the same time.
Well, I really liked that like there was like I like the idea of the group because people are using it and giving you ideas. Like
Exactly.
when I went to a meeting, when I was in Arizona, there was only 3 of us, but we each made a different coffee or tea or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just made a difference by all of us choosing something different and then learning how to make it. And it was simple and then frothing it. So it's I was happy to find that group, where there's a lot of ideas.
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
All right, and then we have this join in on summer camp in Consultant Social. PC summer camp is going to be, I believe it's going to be on Consultant Scoop on Facebook. Every week they're going to do it's either every week or every month they're going to do different
It
topics.
says a season-long series. So
Yeah, so I think it's going to be like every couple weeks. Like the first one this month is going to be about host coaching. Next month might be something different, but you're going to learn new skills,
right,
new things to try, and everything else. So I'm excited
right,
for it. I'm always
right,
looking for new ways to kind of revamp my business and
right.
expand upon it.
Mhm.
Because if you're not doing these trainings, you're not gonna get ahead. You're just gonna
Right,
stay stagnant. Just like doing, PC, just doing Dash even. They keep adding
right,
in new stuff for Dash.
right.
Which
I
we're
went on
gonna
it
get into that.
before we came on. It made a difference. I
Yeah.
mean,
All
yeah,
right. So this is another one here. Supporting new consultants.
yes.
Encourage any of your new consultants that you have to attend the new consultant webinar. Those are now going to be held every single week.
And the first one
Different
is
times.
this Thursday, and it's at 7 p.m. So they didn't stick with just noon time. They're
No,
going to
they're staggering
alternate,
them.
which I
So
thought
there's
was
going to be
good.
one during the day, one at night.
But make sure you register because if you don't, you can't make it, you'll get the replay. If you don't register, you won't get the replay, I don't think.
Mhm.
So, I mean, everybody should take this. Like I'm gonna register for it because it can't hurt,
No, it
you
can't.
know, to just learn some new stuff.
Nope.
And
And as
then
leaders, even if you're a new like you're a new recruiter,
mhm,
you want to make sure you're doing the onboarding. Like there's new training for onboarding new consultants. Even those of us who have been around a while, it does not hurt to go back and redo these trainings.
no, because these upper level, like senior executive, they have these huge teams and they have worked out systems that are like working really well, like love. So I mean, home office is tapping into those people
Mm-hmm.
and making a huge difference. Myrna Ross and, you know,
Claudia Bizarre.
yeah. Was she the one who had the 56 recruits last month?
Yeah,
56 recruits from one person.
but she was smart because she utilized the coffee maker. She had
Right.
a running list of customers who wanted that coffee maker when it was available. So she turned that into a recruiting bit
Yeah.
last month.
And then she can just train them all at once. I mean,
Exactly.
right.
But yeah,
Awesome.
56, I could not believe that.
I know.
All right. Inviting customers to do what you do. Home office is still sending out the 25% off discount code for kits in orders, in some orders throughout June.
And it's random.
It's random. So yeah, you want to follow up with customers to see, you know, did they receive it? And if they're interested in the business opportunity. Because you never know. I mean,
Right.
you don't know what someone's situation is.
You sure don't. And they don't even know. I mean,
No.
there was a video at the end of our training, and they had this young mom from Plainfield, and somebody invited her, and she was kind of like, oh, yeah, thanks, but no, you know. And then she ended up thinking about it, and she joined just for fun. And she said, I did not know how to cook. So I figured, okay, my husband and I did not know how to cook, and we had 3 kids, you know, that we had, one of us had to learn how to cook. But
Yeah.
now, I mean, she got into directorship and everything, but they found out her husband has ALS. So she said, thank God, because he's in and out of jobs and work now.
And
She goes,
ALS is such a nasty, nasty
yeah,
illness
and she
because
said, I mean,
my
we
cousin
thank God
has
we
it
have
and
this
it's
business because I
deteriorating
can
her.
still be home and, you know, raise the kids, but
Yeah,
I'm making money that we can count on.
absolutely. I mean,
So that
ALS
was,
is such an ugly disease.
yeah, you just never know.
My cousin is battling it and she's like hers has advanced so much. All of a sudden, she's lost. Like she has no control over speaking anymore.
That's so sad. Wow.
It's sad. And she's young.
Does she have kids?
They're grown up. Yeah, her
Okay.
daughter got married in September.
Okay, but still, that's
But
young.
still, yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad. She has one grandson who's just a year and a half. And she can't even enjoy it.
Wow.
All right. Book your summer solid. Why do people want to host? That's a no-brainer. What should
I
the
think
host
they
do?
like to show off their house a lot of times or their
Yeah,
yard.
and here's the thing. If the host has a pool, do it out by the pool. Do a pool party.
Right. Right.
You know, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be done inside the house. Do a grilling party, you know, pizza on the
Right.
grill.
And get the men because the men will buy.
Exactly. Pizza
I
on
love
the grill is like
I mean, I had to make
party.
more food when there was men coming, but
Mhm.
it definitely they bought
Yeah,
because they don't worry
especially the
about
grill
money.
tools.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, so this is a great activity. And then you're always on the recruiting plan, you know. All
They
right,
used
let's
to
jump
say,
into conference.
is there a recruiter at every show? Because there could be a recruit there, but is there a recruiter?
Exactly.
Right.
And I'm guilty of that. I have to do a better job of
Oh,
recruiting.
yes. Yeah.
But it's just not my forte. I have to get out of that mindset is what I have to do.
Right.
In-person registration closes next week. So there's still time to get your seat for in-person conference.
And in person is the way to go if you can go.
It is.
I can't go this year, but I mean, it makes a
Yeah,
difference.
I want to go, but there's just too much going on in my life right now.
Right.
So as of right now, there's nearly 2,000 consultants who are registered for in-person. If you want to boost your social business and beyond, you need to be at conference in person.
Because they're going to have specialty
I'm
people there. I mean, there's
that's
going to be
the part
kinds
I
of,
really wanted to be there for when I
Yeah.
heard this announcement yesterday.
yeah, the training.
Huh?
Yeah, the training and the product room is going to be like
Yeah.
amazing.
Well,
they say.
no, it's the social support, you know, like because they're going to have this new social media and content creation tool.
Yeah.
That's going to be available to consultants who are at conference in person. You're going to be the first to access this.
Yeah. You like all the tech support stuff.
And I'm kind of bummed I'm not going to be there in person because that is what I want right there.
Right, and you like to talk to them about that. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
So that's another thing. That's one of the things that they're talking about at conference.
yeah.
So, but yeah, that's all I
Sounds
have.
good. Well, sorry, we didn't have our regulars, and I'm hoping people take advantage of the replay. Because you guys, we don't do this for ourselves. We do this for you guys. I mean, we were on the call. I love the director June, I mean, the director calls. Because
Mhm.
we get taught about just stuff that their home office is doing. So then we bring it to you guys. So, I mean, I hope we're gonna get people who will go back and listen to this. So,
Yep.
yep. All right.
All right. Good night,
Thank-
everyone.
All right.